One of the members, a Republican, one of the members of the January 6th committee has been receiving death threats that include his family. Here's some of it.
I guess I can't say a whole lot more other than I hope you naturally die as quickly as possible, you piece of.
You backstabbing son of a. Go against Trump, y'all know y'all setting up our life like a damn dog. Hey, you little. Gonna come protest in front of your house this weekend. We know who your family is, and we're gonna get you little. Yeah. Go get your wife. Go get your kids. You little.
You son of a. You gave $200 to that black that killed Ashley Babbitt. I hope somebody like him kills your nasty mom or your nasty wife. It's not a threat. It's a hope.
Wrath of the Lord God Almighty come upon you, your health, your family, your home, your livelihood. And I pray, if it be God's will, that you suffer.
As you notice, it sounds as if everyone who left a threatening voicemail was born in the same household. We have more. This was Representative Adam Kinzinger's reality while he was one of two Republicans serving on the committee to investigate the terrorist attack of January 6th. Notice that none of the individuals who left a voicemail said anything about the substance of the investigation. Here's more.
We're gonna get you. We know where you live. We're coming to your house. Gonna get you, Mike. You little.
You're the biggest piece of politician in the world. Why don't you just leave and go away and shut your mouth, you piece of. You're a horrible, horrible, garbage person. You Americans are garbage.
You knew that this threat that you got is nothing but a fraud. You did it, or
you're gonna swing for treason. You communist.
Hey, you little. Are you Les Cheney's? You two little. We're gonna get you. Coming to your house, son. Gonna get you and Les Cheney. Gonna get you two little.
Kinzinger, I'm so glad you're leaving because you're a piece of and there's my message for you. You're a Democratic operative and a Obama. You.
Get on.
Everything about you, you lousy Marxist traitor, you Pelosi. You and Liz Cheney can both go to hell. You big baby. You rotten pile of dog. You.
Most news shows are playing very small parts of those voicemails. Others are not playing it at all, simply reciting based on transcript at Indisputable. I thought it was important that you heard all of it and you understood the context. The context is very simple. This individual, who by the way I disagree with 95% of the time, this Republican had the audacity to actually stand for truth in relationship to what happened to the country on January 6, 2021. Remember when I said that those on the right, those part of this Trump movement, have become so radicalized that they really are not identifiable as conservatives, but something much different. Remember, you have not heard those on the left when, let's say, President Biden or even previous President Barack Obama did something that was antithetical to the movement on the left. You did not hear people on the left leave voice messages saying that they were going to somehow exterminate the family of the president or those who supported that agenda or the lawmakers who voted in that direction. You see, the right, they advocate for personalities, not policy. They are indoctrinated to believe in a person and not believe in the progress of this nation. Representative Adam Kinzinger is no stranger to controversy, as he is one of only 2 Republicans on the House Select Committee investigating Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election and then the president's actions leading up to the deadly January 6, 2021 riot at the Capitol. Since 9 other House Democrats, since joining those Democrats, including January 6 Committee Vice Chair Liz Cheney of Wyoming, in voting to impeach Trump in 2021 for incitement of insurrection, Representative Kinzinger has been a constant target of online vitriol. On Tuesday, he released a compilation of threatening voicemail messages left by apparent Trump supporters. And there's another revelation that recently came out. A top aide at the White House testified about Trump's insanity, all right? That he was so full of anger, he was so inappropriate that he tried to literally drive to the Capitol and lead the effort to overturn democracy. Another top Trump White House aide has now agreed to publicly testify before the House Select Committee investigating the attack on the US Capitol, according to CNN. Sarah Matthews, who served as deputy press secretary in the Trump White House until resigning shortly after the January 6th attack, has been subpoenaed by the House Select Committee investigating the insurrection and has agreed to testify at an upcoming hearing, according to 2 sources with knowledge of the investigation. Okay, well, good for the January 6th committee. Now, we traffic in truth at Indisputable. And the reality is, while she received a subpoena, you know who has not? Jenny Thomas has not received a subpoena, the wife of Clarence Thomas, and she should. Former Vice President Mike Pence has not received a subpoena, and he should. Dan Quayle, to be quite frank with you, should receive a subpoena as well. He has come up now in the investigation. Okay, A.B., what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I think that this type of behavior, these voicemails just show how easily manipulative this particular base is. Trump created a market not based on politics, right? Not based on constitutional values, but a market based on hate and based on violence. And I think what this shows is that these individuals don't realize that they are further aiding and abetting an insurrection. You all lost the election, and you lost the election, most of you, because you didn't vote. Let's be honest about that. Had you come out and voted the way you were supposed to, as opposed to listening to your last leader about not utilizing the mail-in ballots or not showing up, then maybe we would have a different story. But at this point, I mean, when you don't have the law behind you, what do? Use the facts. So if you don't have the law behind them at this point, they're just using violence. At the end of the day, they lost the election. I think that we need to also realize most of this base probably doesn't have cable TV or the proper channels to get, the right information to even follow this hearing appropriately. So at this point, we need to be very careful and mindful of the direction that our democracy is going into, because there are a lot of people who agree that the election was stolen, and at any cost, they are willing to stand by that rhetoric.
Yeah, and we are living in an unprecedented time of what's called confirmation bias, where individuals are able to seek and obtain the confirmation of their own bias in a way that you could not, let's say 20 years ago. So that definitely plays a role.